morning. Hey, happy Friday. Oh, and welcome to September. Ha ha. What a beautiful day to be alive. I'm excited. I'm all up and ready to go. I'm squeaky clean, and I'm going to do 2 more days of my yard sale in hopes of raising some more money for my departure. Ha ha. Less than a week. I'm going to be heading down the road, wrapping this up and changing my mode. So it's going to be exciting. And I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's going to be a whole new enterprise for me. Um, Everything's going to change. And speaking of change, I want to tell you a little story. Um, Now, when I was a teenager, I started working with my mother in catering, and before long, I was working in restaurants, and before long, I was fully enmeshed in the food industry, going to community college and high school, and studying commercial cooking, commercial baking, and I excelled. I kind of moved right up. I was motivated to not be in the dish pit, and so I started learning the trade really quickly, and before I knew it, I was chef in a restaurant in New York City at 20, and I had a long, illustrious career. Chefed hotels and always did catering, private clients, and worked in some real high-end restaurants. And I just had a long, illustrious career. Now, the point of all that is I learned a lot of things about making tasty food. Now, it was tasty. That part I agree. But healthy? That's questionable at best. Because the fact is, we've been led down a road of food consumption that has been manipulated and controlled by a system that promotes their products. And most of the science that's behind it is written by their scientists. It's an inside job. So, who do you think promotes the meat industry or the poultry industry or the dairy industry or the seafood industry or any other industry? Who do you think is promoting these things to tell you how healthy it is? How to, you need this for nutrition, you need that, you got to have this and that and the other. Well, these are really written by people with self-interest in the industry. They are. If you look at like the Heart Association, the Diabetes Association, and these other cancer and all that, look who is their biggest donators and sponsors, and it'll shock you. It will shock you. So, why do you think the FDA goes right along with the program, man? It's about the Benjamins. They are taking a lot of money. And what's scarier is they get corporate welfare. These big, big companies, huge multi-billion-dollar tax breaks and welfare checks, kickbacks and refunds. And they're poisoning us. Really, literally, frankly, that's what's happening. So it took me a long time to wake up and understand what the difference was. Now, for me, it was 2 years ago. I decided to go vegan. Now, I did that because of an ethical reason. I started looking at innocent animals and realizing that I was a part of a problem. Now, it took me a long time to get this. You got to get that I was in an industry for a long time, had a lot of blood on my hands, quite literally. I butchered my fair share of meat and fish and poultry, and I asked for forgiveness for these poor souls. So when I went vegan, I changed a lot of things. I quit meat, I quit seafood, I quit dairy. Now, dairy is a scary industry, man. This is really scary because, this product does not help build bodies at all. It actually destroys bodies. And most of that product is filled with antibodies and pus. It's really quite disgusting when you look into it. But more importantly, by design, our bodies were not equipped to handle these products. That's what is giving us so much health problems, big time problems. And people don't get it because they love their cheese. They love their ice cream. They're not going to give up their pizza or their cheeseburgers. No, 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 no. And it's sad because their heart attack's waiting to happen. They're just clogging their arteries. So, even when I went vegan, I was still buying all these other products, like fake meat, looked and tasted like ground meat, chorizo, these chicken products, fake cheese, all these things. Again, these are just manufactured foods. Now, yeah, they were comfortable because I felt like I was being more conscientious and more ethical because I wasn't, you know, being a part of that other, aspect of the industry where they were destroying the lives of animals. But I was still destroying my own life. I was. Now, it took me a long time, and I still am working on it. Food is a crazy addiction. I gave up everything effortlessly in the most part. I gave up meat, and I gave up alcohol and seafood and dairy, coffee, sugar. I gave up all these things, but I'm still having, my moments with eating like rice and beans and things like that. I mean, it's not excessive. It's pretty limited comparatively, but it's still my struggle. And I'm working on it. I'm overcoming it. And as soon as I hit the road here, I'm going to change because I'm not going to have any kitchen. I'm not going to have any refrigeration. It's going to be pretty much me and fruit and distilled water and my pee. Ha ha. Got to take my pee with me. Wherever I go, I drink my pee. It's so good for me. Ha ha ha. And it's so healthy. And that's the whole thing. Do you want health or not? Now, me, I made that decision at 64 years old. I want to be healthy. Now, I started making that change 2 years ago. I decided I wanted to start getting my health better. So that's why I went vegan. That's why I quit drinking. That's why I started making changes. And it's been a slow process. If I wanted to have a better life and a better quality of life, I knew I needed to change some of my habits. And eating is one of them. It's one of the most addictive habits we have. And it's one of the hardest ones to overcome. And especially those tasty things like cheese. Oh God, I can't give up my pepperoni pizza. Oh yeah, you can. Ha ha, you'd be amazed. You can do it. You can stop eating ice cream. It's true. You can. You can stop having coffee and lattes. If you choose, you can. It's all choice. It's just a matter of what you want to do with your body. If you want to be healthy or not. Now, a lot of people will just argue with me because they want to validate and justify and rationalize whatever it is they're doing. So they'll prove to me in 100 different ways why it's okay to have their coffee. Or it's okay because, my body is this type and I need meat. And, my body's that type. So I need to do this. Well, fine. That's up to you. Your body. Your challenge. Not mine. Me, I figured it out. That's why I'm aiming at being a fruitarian and a breatharian and a pea drinker. I'm a teetotaler, pea totaler. And it feels great. Feels really good. And so, if you want to change your life, start changing your habits. It's pretty simple. It's just not easy because you're going to have to give something up in order to get something else. And so, with all that being said, I wrote a poem about that just an hour or so ago. And it is called You Can Do It. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Poor diet and bad health are risks we take if we don't change the choices we make. Becoming healthy with new habits formed will make you feel like you've been reborn. We give our life a brand new chance when we change our circumstance. By drinking pee and eating right, we turn on our inner light. We can heal if we change our mind and change our habits and take the time. You can do it. Start today. Renew yourself without delay. When you drink your pee, you will see you can become who you intend to be. Really, it's true. I intended to be healthy. So that's why I started making those changes a couple years ago. And you know what? I have no regrets. I ripped off the rearview mirrors. I don't look back. I look forward. But I stand in the place where I live. Right here, right now. And every moment I breathe, I'm just inhaling love. Big time. Just inhaling love and exhaling gratitude. Because I can make a difference in my life. And you can too. You can do it. It's true. So, let me think now. Did I cover everything I want to? Yeah, I did. So, I wish you a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. Make sure you keep your peace together. And love yourself big time. And love everyone around you. It's worth it. It has its own rewards. It does. And so, boom. You've just been loved. Bye now.